Good evening everybody, James here. Right, today we've got a 4,000 point Grimdark future game. So my Veiled Starmarines versus the Orbital Knights. This is what I've got. We've all deployed, we've got the objectives ready. So I've got Yashira, Davicus and his unit of elders. Mutated, 1, 2 and 3, some scouts, the heavy weapon squads. I've got a cannon for this guy now, so that's 4 plasma shots, quite nasty. This guy's in ambush. My opponent, this is what he's got. He's got 2 blaster squads, a big meaty squad of heavy armour, a doubled up unit of Assault Marines with a sergeant. This is the heavy, no, what is it called? The
Grand Commander.
Grand Commander, that's it. It's got 2 drop pods for the blasters. Some heavy bolter guys there. Overrunner. Heavy dread. Some scouts. And there in the Grav APC. What were they again? They were the hammers, weren't they?
Heavy armor brothers.
Heavy armor with the shield and hammer.
Very thin hammers.
Very thin hammers. Yeah. But yeah, so these are the objectives. We're going with 5 today. So that's what we got. We think all of those are doable. Objectives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Something like that, yeah, 5, 6, yeah, like that. Right, I'll see you at the end of turn 1. Welcome back at the end of turn 1. So, I'd say it's good for me so far. I'm up on victory points, so I ended up getting this one here. My army is actually quite good at getting up the board because I can just rush everything. Not a lot of stuff happened, if I'm going to be honest. But I did annihilate the scout unit over there, so that's good at least. Essentially, I moved up here. Yashira did a scout move to the top of the building just to grab that initially, and then she flew down here. She did get peppered by the dreadnought over there. Took 4 wounds in total, which is actually not too shabby. Then I ran these guys up just to go after this guy. He rushed round. These guys rushed ahead. This guy already proving his worth. He's the one who annihilated the scout unit, so he's already doing pretty well. I moved these guys across to get a line of sight, barely, but with lock on I thought, oh, I may have to do some damage, but no, I rolled 2 1s, so but otherwise these guys shimmied around just to provide cover from any ambushes, because that is all coming on pretty much. I don't know if it's going to keep anything in reserve, but potentially every single one of these can now come on. We do have Infiltrate still on the field, so if I'm going to be honest, I probably made a bad play. I probably should have actually capped some more units back. I think he can still score at least 1 victory point though, so but I don't think he's going to be able to do 3, because I don't think he'll have enough space really, but we'll see what he does. Then we've got Destroy an Enemy Unit in Melee, that's still here. Controlling 4, Destroy an Enemy with a caster rule. I didn't get this, unfortunately. She failed on the 2-up, got a 1, so but yeah, that's how it's sitting at the moment. I think he did a good job hiding everything, and yeah, let's see what happens. He did obviously finish first, so he will get the first round of activation. So something's going to get charged or shot at in the back. So yeah, I will see you at the end of turn 2. Right, okay, bit of a change of plan. So I thought it was a good idea to actually have a after ambush deployment at the beginning of turn 2. So to sum up, we've got the hammer heavy armor. Then we've got the regular heavy armor, sizing up stuff over there. We've got a drop pod that came on, did a surprise attack, and ended up killing one of these guys, which then failed morale. Yeah, these guys are pinned at the start, so that was a pretty good one. He's then deployed the commander, the big commander, Grand Commander, there. I deployed my Dread Terror against the heavy over there. And he did another drop pod here as well, killed another one, and yeah, that's how we're sitting at the moment. So a lot of stuff for me to try and take care of now. Right, see you again at the end of the turn. Hi everybody, okay, end of turn 2, and this is what the board is looking like. I did manage to take out these heavy guys here, a combination of those guys and that guy, wasn't it? Yeah, shot into them. I also did a fair amount here, charged with the Shearer, and what else did I do?
Destroyed.
I know I did shoot stuff. Oh yeah, I shot them into them and killed a few of them. And then, let's see, I destroyed the drop pod, killed a model from the dangerous terrain test, or the dangerous test anyway. They used their activation to unpin. This rammed all the way over there. We are classing it as a melee. It makes the most sense. And as a result, they routed because they were already pinned. Over there, just gonna walk around. We've done big chunk to each other. So 4 in melee. He got me 6 total for melee and shooting, but not too shabby. And this is what the death pile looks like. And this is my death pile so far. I ended up getting objective number 6 and objective number 4. My opponent ended up getting infiltrate. And yeah, for 1. Yeah. And then my opponent discarded the caster, killed a caster, which makes sense because he would have had difficulty there. And this is the new objectives. Okay. That's how the board is looking like. I'll see you at the end of turn 3. Can't believe it's only end of turn 3. Oh, end of turn 2, sorry. Yeah.
It's 9:15 as well.
Yeah.
Like,
That's fine, it's less on the board now.
much less on the board. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. See you guys. Hi everybody. Okay, quick recap of end of turn 3. Very good for the Veiled Starmarines. So killed that, killed them, whittled more of those off, and then killed a guy from the explosion there. Killed Yeah, here we go. He killed 2 more of those to get rid of that unit in the centre. That was about it for the Orbital got Knights that turn, yeah. Ended up getting in the trenches and laid them low, so I'm on 6. My opponent is on 4 by changing priority, and got the 2 points for that. And then these ones here, which are pretty much all good for you, actually.
They're not bad. They're not bad at all.
Yeah. You've got 5 already. We're currently contesting 1. I doubt anybody's going to get outmaneuver. And also control 4 as well, which you also have. So yeah, I've got to take a load of objectives now. Otherwise, it's going to end up being quite swingy. So yeah, see you at the end of turn 4, and we'll see who wins. Bye. Okay, welcome to the end of turn 4. So it did actually lose to a bad play. I did lose because it was actually 7 objectives to 1. So 7 objectives, 7 victory points to 6 objectives, so lost by 1. I should have, technically speaking, just moved the dread to that objective, and I didn't. I decided to fight the dread, but I didn't actually think about it. I thought it was that one
I thought
in my head. So I thought I had that in the bag, but no. Aside from that, most of my tough units did survive. So Yashira thankfully did survive, although she did take a bit of a pecking at the end. Up to 9 wounds taken in total. Also, Davicus and his squad did do stuff, not exactly heroic stuff. They killed a drop pod, and they killed and automatically routed a guy, basically.
They killed something that couldn't fight back.
Yeah,
twice.
Yes. But then this guy was definitely the star of the show. Quad Plasma is really good. And effectively annihilated 3 units, more or less. So Scouts, the support team, and the
Fired 3 times.
Assault Marines. Yeah, 5.
Deleted a squad every time.
Yeah.
And had a good accounting for himself from melee.
Yes, and took a lot of wounds from melee, yeah. Over here, that just kept me engaged, unfortunately. But I did manage to kill off the last Terminator of the Cultists. So, yeah. That's the game.
It was a good game.
Good game. Okay, so you had some thoughts. What were the thoughts?
On what?
Yeah. So earlier you did say you thought you knew why you weren't doing so well with actual killing. So you've won on objectives, but you were definitely taking.
I won on objectives because you moved to the wrong objective.
Yeah.
As opposed to actually winning on objectives. And I think that the main issue is there is so much tough that I'm coming up against, and I haven't found a decent way of actually dealing with the units, because at 4k points there's enough stuff on the table. Because like, if you look at the wounds I've dealt to Yashira and your tank, it's enough to kill both of them, or one of them.
Yeah.
But they're both still on the board. Because of how you positioned them, where the terrain was, where everything went, I couldn't land enough in one place to actually kill anything. And with Grimdark, where there's no degrading profiles, it doesn't matter that someone's only got 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
They still deal as much pain as they did on turn 1, which makes it really hard to manage killing.
Yeah.
I held you on your side of the table, which I'm really pleased of. Because that was my intent with this list, was to drop everything on your half of the table. Because the last couple of games I've played against...
I've gone into your deployment, or close to it.
You've basically gone 3/4 of the way up the table and chewed me up before I've even got out, and so I haven't even got close to the objectives.
Yeah.
So the intent of this list was to go very unit heavy and drop it all in on your side of the board to try and give me more board control.
Yeah.
I possibly should have dropped more things on one side of the board and then worked across, as opposed to kind of laying them evenly across the whole board.
Yeah.
But the Veil Touched are just hard as nails.
Yeah.
Absolutely hard as nails. It's a really interesting list to play against.
Okay, so being as though you're playing against them, what is it, if anything, what is it that you would like changed? And this is not a catch you in the out. What, like literally, what is the thing that is frustrating? What's not? Because I don't want you to be frustrated. So, what is it that most frustrates you and think it could be changed?
I don't know is the answer, because we haven't played a huge number of games at the 3 to 4K of these armies. I've been trying out the Orbital Knights, which I'm not as confident with how they run. So I think if we play a couple
that's my next question.
So I think...
So you want to use Battle Brothers next game.
Yeah,
so why go that way instead of trying again with Orbital Knights? What's lacking in Orbital Knights?
So I think Orbital Knights are where they have a quality of 4.
Yeah.
That means that a lot of the low shot weapons don't feel reliable enough. Which means that you don't want to drop 200 points on a unit that gets 3 shots and only has 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Because it's far too easy to lose it before it achieves anything. And whereas when you've got something that's maybe qual 3 or even qual 2, it's easier to justify because, okay, I might only get 3 shots, but I'm probably going to land those 3 shots, and if it's 3 deadly 3 shots, that's 9 damage. That's huge, versus 3 shots at qual 4.
Yeah.
That's maybe 1 to 2 hits, and they're still going to get deleted because, Orbital, really interesting, really nice mechanics. To think that my list building possibly wasn't ideal for them as well.
So another thing then is, are you struggling to actually come up with something you like at this point level? Because we've been going up as close as we can to 4,000 points, but should we be playing less? Do you want to play less?
I wonder if 2.5 to 3 might allow for more movement, because I think at 4 the board is full.
Yes, and
which means...
And also, I should point out, we are using a 40k board, so it is slightly smaller.
Only a touch.
Yeah, only a touch, but it is technically smaller. So yeah, next game then, 2.5 or 3?
Let's go with 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. Let's go with 3 for the next game, and I think I will figure something out.
Cool. Right. Have a good night, everybody. Then. So yeah, no, good game, and we'll see you next time.